I tell you what, man, this media are a bunch of just big floppy clown shoes. Seriously. I mean, this fake Jew Masonic government corporation sponsored media are about the biggest group of amateurs I think that could ever be assembled. So right off the heels of this huge flub up on their part, right? Because they claimed that in some Pakistani school, the Taliban went through and shot up a bunch of kids, and there's this so sad reporter walking along this memorial, and these are supposedly a bunch of pictures of the kids who got shot. Unfortunately, this little kid right here, they've already claimed was killed. Was killed once in Sandy Hook a couple years prior. See how he's wearing the same stupid coat? Yeah, big mess up. And right off the heels of this, man, they're at it again. Have you heard about this story? It's plastered all over the media. 7-year-old miraculously survives plane crash. I'll read the first paragraph in case you're not familiar with it. The plane crash that killed 4 in Kentucky spared a 7-year-old girl Friday night. Sailor Gutzler was left bleeding and alone after surviving the plane crash that killed her family. The plane was flying in inclement weather. Just before the pilot, the girl's father made a distress call. NBC News reported. We're going to skip down to here. She made her way to the home of 71-year-old Larry Wilkins and knocked on the door. Police said Wilkins answered the door and discovered the thin, black-haired girl whimpering and shivering. Now let's go to another source. Girl survives Kentucky plane crash. Bleeding and alone, 7-year-old Sailor Gutzler had just survived a plane crash that killed her family. She walked through about a mile of woods in thick briar patches, wearing a short-sleeved shirt, shorts, and no shoes in near freezing temperatures when she saw light in the distance. Sounds pretty unbelievable, doesn't it? The beacon led her to Larry Wilkins' home, police said. She knocked on the door. Wilkins answered to find a thin, black-haired girl whimpering and trembling. This was reported January 3rd. The same details were reported again January 5th. I just pulled this right off my television, CNN. Does she look like a black-haired girl to you? Doesn't look like that to me. And look, here's another picture of her. Does she look like a black-haired girl? This is what happens when people don't pay attention. So ridiculous, man. And just to top it all off, just for fun, and I'll leave this up to you if you think this is coincidence or not. Thanks again to Ortega Blue, because once again, amazing work. So this is why I'm sub to her. She's awesome. You ever heard of Sailor Moon? Stupid cartoon. Those hand signs right there should tell you all you need to know. But there's a little funny thing with this cartoon. This character, Makoto Kino or whatever, was the present incarnation of Sailor Jupiter and appeared in all versions of the Sailor Moon series. According to the manga, her parents were deceased, which was also true in the live-action series. In the manga, they had died in a plane crash. So you have a character in Sailor Moon where their parents die in a plane crash, and this girl named Sailor, same thing happens. Which we don't know what she looks like because they can't seem to decide on what, any kind of even remotely simple details to report on her. So whatever. Ridiculous, man. Thanks to Ortega Blue. Keep up the great work. Love your channel. And thanks to the subs out there.